Hi YouTubers, welcome to All Things Triumph Tiger Explorer. Now, I've had a small problem with my bike lately, just a niggly problem, and that is when it's cold it idles fine, but as it gets to normal operating temperature, the revs tend to drop from 1000 to 800 and it often stalls. Now, this in my mind can be caused by an air intake leak or a vacuum leak. So one thing I was wondering about was whether my throttle body to cylinder head clamps were tight enough. Because if they're loose, then air can come in. So instead of coming from the airbox direct, it can come in through the gaps in the pipes. And that can actually throw the computer off. The ECU doesn't know what to do with all that extra air. So I thought I better just tighten my clamps. But as you know, inline engines under the tank are not the easiest things to get to. So I looked for clamps, and on the right-hand side of the bike, it was a fairly easy matter because you can actually see the clamp. I'm pointing it with my screwdriver there. So there's the clamp there. That's the cylinder number 3. That's the clamp for the throttle body to cylinder head. So you can easily tighten it, and it's just a screwdriver with a flat screwdriver blade, and it's literally just a good, just nice and tight, not borpered super tight, just nice and tight. And lo and behold, it was loose. Now, coming to the left of the bike, unfortunately, you can't just access it that easily. So what you actually have to do is remove, there's a black cover here. This black cover is on the side of the bike like so, just in front of the coolant expansion tank. And there are 3 M8 style bolts. So you need an 8mm socket to loosen those 3. So don't over tighten those either on retightening, just nip it tight. So then the actual expansion tank sits like so in there, and it just attaches with two bolts. It's an upper and a lower bolt which attach to that, and that can be moved out the way. Right, and there's just the 2 bolts there. Those are 5mm Allen key. You might as well just use a screwdriver head. It doesn't need to be tight either. But if you take those 2 things out the way, the cover and the coolant expansion tank, you'll find you can actually access the clamps. Let me see if we can get in there. So there's one clamp there. The second clamp is also accessible, but you have to actually put the screwdriver right in there, and you'll see it there. You probably can't see it too well on the video there, but in any case, so you can actually access all 3 clamps, cylinder 1, 2, and 3, and they were all loose. When I say loose, they were more than finger tight, but they all needed to be tightened, probably by at least a turn or 2 turns of the screw. That's a lot. So a lot of air was actually getting in there. So if your engine is not idling when it's warm, check that. It'll take you about 20 minutes to fiddle around with plastics, move the coolant expansion tank out the way, but it's well worth it. All right. Have a great day. Bye.